Good evening, storytellers and dreamers. Today we journey to the heart of Igbo tradition in Nigeria, where our ancestors gathered under starlit skies to share wisdom through stories. Have you ever looked up at the moon and wondered about those dark patches across its glowing face? The Igbo people have a beautiful explanation passed down through generations. This is the tale of why moon has spots. Before we begin our story, let's step into the world of the Igbo people. The Igbo are one of Nigeria's largest ethnic groups, known for their rich storytelling traditions called akụkọ ifo, folktales that teach lessons about life, nature, and community values. In Igbo cosmology, the moon, called Onwa, is more than just a celestial body. It's a character in stories, a keeper of time, and a witness to the drama of earth and sky. Our tale tonight features the moon as a central character, alongside the sun and the forces of nature. Long, long ago, when the world was young and the sky was closer to the earth, the moon was the most beautiful being in all the heavens. Her face was perfectly smooth and radiant, glowing with pure silver light that made her the envy of all creation. The moon was not just beautiful, but she was also proud. She would look down at earth with disdain, believing herself superior to all earthly creatures. "Look at those dirty, imperfect beings below," she would say to the stars. "How fortunate I am to be so pure and spotless, unlike them." The sun, who was older and wiser, often tried to cancel the moon. "My dear sister," the sun would say, "beauty that comes with pride is no beauty at all. The people of earth have their own kind of beauty, the beauty of kindness, hard work, and community." But the moon would simply turn away, polishing her perfect surface and admiring her reflection in the cosmic waters. She refused to listen to the sun's wisdom, growing more vain with each passing night. One dry season, a terrible drought came to the people of earth. The rivers dried up, crops withered in the fields, and the people suffered greatly. They looked up to the sky and prayed to the celestial beings for help. The sun, moved by compassion, shone less harshly during the day to give people some relief. But the moon, cold and distant, continued her nightly dance across the sky, caring nothing for the suffering below. One night, as the moon sailed proudly across the heavens, she heard a weak voice calling from below. It was an old woman, one of the village elders, sitting beside a dried-up well. "Beautiful moon," the old woman called out, "my grandchildren are dying of thirst. Could you in your power help us find water? Just a small spring could save my family." The moon paused in her journey and looked down with irritation. "Why should I concern myself with your trouble, old woman? I am perfect and pure. Your troubles are earthly matters far beneath my notice." The old woman's eye filled with tears, but she stood up slowly. Unknown to the moon, this was no ordinary elder. She was a powerful medicine woman, respected for her wisdom and connection to the ancestors. "Moon," she said, her voice growing stronger, "you speak of purity, but your heart is stained with pride and cruelty. Since you believe yourself so perfect, let your face show the truth of what lies beneath." As she spoke these words, she reached down and scooped off handfuls of dark, rich earth that held the bones of ancestors, earth that grew the food that fed her people, earth that was sacred and full of life. With all her strength, the old woman threw the earth up towards the moon. By the power of ancestors and the justice of truth, the soil sailed into the sky and struck the moon's perfect face. Where each handful of earth touched, it left a dark mark that could never be washed away. The moon cried out in shock and vanity, trying desperately to clean her face, but the spots remained. From that night forward, the moon bore the dark spots as a reminder of her vanity and lack of compassion. But something wonderful happened as time passed. People began to see beauty in moon's new appearance. The spots gave her character, made her unique, and reminded everyone that true beauty comes from kindness, not perfection. The old woman's prayer was answered too. The next morning, a spring bubbled up from the very spot where she had gathered the earth, providing water for her village throughout the drought. And the moon, she learned to be humble, to care for the people below, and to understand that imperfection can be more beautiful than flawless pride. And so, dear friends, whenever you look up at the moon and see those dark patches across her face, remember this Igbo tale. Remember that true beauty comes from not perfection, but from compassion, humility, and care for others. The spots on the moon remind us that everyone has flaws, and that's what makes us human, what makes us real, and what gives us the opportunity to grow in wisdom and kindness. In Igbo culture, this story teaches us about omume, good character, and reminds us that our actions towards others reflect our true inner beauty. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Igbo folklore. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe for more tales from Africa and around the world. Until next time, may you always look up at the spotted moon and remember the wisdom of the elders. True beauty shines from within.